Hi, I'm John from Novation, here today at Alto Music to talk about the latest additions to the circuit family from Novation, Circuit Tracks and Circuit Rhythm. Both units have a similar interface and a super portable form factor with a rechargeable battery. They come ready to create full beats out of the box with onboard sounds, but there's some key differences between them that cater to different workflows, and we're going to dive into that today. So starting with Circuit Tracks is a standalone all-in-one Groovebox that could be the centerpiece of your setup. It features two internal polyphonic synthesizer engines. It also has two MIDI tracks included for sequencing external gear. And you can see today I have the Novation Peak that I'll be sequencing. And then it has four drum tracks that are single voice sample-based drum tracks, and there's samples included. And then you can also upload your own samples using our Components app with your computer. It also features two audio inputs so that when you are sequencing external gear, you can come out of the audio out and right into the inputs, so you don't need a separate mixer. You can use the Circuit Tracks mixer and the effects to mix it in with the internal sounds. So let's create a quick beat on Circuit Tracks and see how all this comes together. Starting with the drums, just a quick overview here. We have our sequence up at the top, our 16 steps, and we have different drum sounds here at the bottom. So I'm going to place this kick sound. All right, and let's play that. You can see the playhead going across there. It's a little fast, so I'm going to speed it down a little bit. You can see we got a tempo readout here. And now let's go to drum 2, and we can play a snare sound in. Nice and simple, and then we'll add some hi-hats. I'm going to pitch this up a little bit. And all right, let's get some bass sound going with the first synthesizer track. I'm going to go to the preset, grab this electric bass I have over here, and I'm going to pick a scale with my chromatic keyboards. So I have a C, D, E, F, and then a minor or major scale. We'll go with major. Now I'm going to make this 32 steps, as we can see here, and I'm going to hit my record button and we'll be ready to go. Right after this bar. All right, let's move on to the synth. Get a little lead going. Now let's add one more sound using Peak on the MIDI track right here. We'll do some chords with this. Give a little bit more volume. Now, one thing that's really cool with these MIDI tracks is I can use the encoders to control the synth that I'm sequencing. So let's play with this oscillator mod here. I'm going to record that automation in. I'm going to go to my mixer now, kind of even this out a little bit. There we go. Now you can hear that synth part coming through. So you can see on the mixer I have volumes. There's also mutes. And we have effects as well. Maybe we'll get a little delay going on that synth part. So synth 2. Awesome. One last thing I want to show you on the tracks before we move on is I like my synth bass sound, but it's got a little bit, I was able to roll off some of the high end with the filter frequency knob, but if I wanted to dive in deeper and customize that patch, we have our Novation Components app with a complete synth editor. And so for example, if I play this back now, you can make changes in real time. So I can roll this filter frequency out or bring it back in. So we'll just keep that low end in there. And you can see that you can control all the other aspects of the synth engines in the editor inside Components as well. Now you can also use Components, as I mentioned earlier, for dropping your own samples on here and for backing up your projects as well. So now that we have covered circuit tracks, let's go on to Circuit Rhythm. Circuit Rhythm is a standalone sampler with 8 single voice tracks. It's designed for a sample-based workflow with no synth engines or polyphonic sequencing, but it does allow you to record samples directly into the unit, slice them up, and play them chromatically and twist them into something new. Sample playback can also be set for one-shot or gate modes and can be looped or reversed. Now I have circuit tracks output running through the inputs of Circuit Rhythm, so let's go ahead and sample part of my beat and then turn it into something new. So to do that, I'm going to go to the sample record page. I'm going to scroll all the way down to my 8th page. I have a couple of empty sample slots here, so I'm just going to select one. And I have some controls down here that are set up already. One of them is the threshold, and that means that when I hit record, it won't actually record the sample until it hears something coming in, which is nice so I don't have to trim the top end of it. So we're ready to go over here on Circuit Rhythm. All I'm going to do on the tracks is go to my mixer, and I'm going to mute the bass part and the drum parts because we're going to create new ones on Circuit Rhythm. Okay, so we are ready to go. I'm going to press play and sample this in. And it just takes a second to save here. And there's my sample. Now I could trim that if I wanted to. I have the start and length here, and then it will show you here on the pads, but I think I got that pretty good. So I'm going to leave it as is. And let's go out to a track, and let's go ahead and find that sample. We're going to put it on this last track here because I want to save some room for our drums. So there's the sample. Now I want to chop this up, so I'm going to go to sample mode, and instead of keyboard, we'll go to slice. And we got 4, 8, 16 slices. We'll go with 16. And now we're ready to go. We'll come back out to the note mode. And there's our slices. So now I'm going to go ahead and sequence this a little bit differently. Let's try this. All right, let's hear what this sounds like. All right, cool. Let's get some drums going on top of that. I'm going to go to drum pad view where all my drums are and hit record. Make sure we're quantized. Another cool feature on the drum pad view of Circuit Rhythm is the note repeat mode. So I can do hi-hats with that using... So let's record that in. I'm going to hit record. Pretty cool. Let's just get a bass sound in there. Let's grab an 808. There we go. Let's record that. Another cool feature of Circuit Rhythm is the performance grid effects. Let's check those out. So you can hear we got a reverser, filtering, little vinyl effect, and some stutters. Finally, another cool feature of Circuit Rhythm is that it allows you to resample its internal sounds into another sample slot for further manipulation. So let's check that out. We're going to go back to the sample record page. We're going to turn on resample. Oh, that's our pad. We've got to find resample here. There we go. So now I have resampling turned on for the green. And let's pick another slot. And I can just set up I have my threshold on, so I can just play this part right in here. And I'm going to use some grid effects with this as well. So we're going to flip right over to there. So I just recorded that one bar. Let's go back to here. And there you have it. So to sum things up, Circuit Tracks is geared towards a synthesizer-based workflow and can be the centerpiece of your setup with its built-in synthesizer engines and polyphonic MIDI sequencing. Circuit Rhythm is geared towards the sampling enthusiast and allows you to sample directly into the unit and then slice, sculpt, and resample effortlessly. I'm John from Novation here at Alto Music, and thanks for watching.